Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today we've got some 4570 government loading up, and this is new to me. Haven't loaded this before, but it's pretty basic, and especially since it's a straight wall cartridge. Here is the 4570. It is a beauty. Let's see if I can get it in shot here. Yeah, there we go. Marlin, model 1895 with a Vortex red dot on it, and this thing is pretty sweet. I can't lie. I mean, this thing is pretty badass. It's shiny. It likes a lot, right? Here it is. Can't go wrong with a lever gun. I love it. And a lot of people like the Henry Boys or whatever, but this thing's pretty badass. I got a break coming on the way for it. But today, so we're kind of thinking hunting loading here, and we're gonna load up 325 grain FTX from Hornady, right? And if we go to Hornady's reloading manual here, right, this thing, it tells us we gotta trim the case length to 2.040. It says the data below was developed with FTX bullet. Due to the longer ogive, it is critical that the cartridge case be trimmed to the length specific. So if I wasn't using these, I could go with this case length here, but I gotta take 40 thousandths off, and so that's a process. So of course we're gonna size them first, and then we will trim them. And I think probably the best way to do this is I'll probably show you kind of my step here a little bit, right? And then I'll turn off the camera, come back on, turn off the camera, and we'll go from there. But what I'm planning on going with is Reloader 7 or 4198. And so that itself is some good stuff. So what we'll do is we'll get the brass prepped, primed, and then I'll pick my powder between Reloader 7 and 4198, or 1680 maybe. But as you can see, it's all pretty much gonna be the same, right around 2000 to 2100, and we're gonna chronograph these at the range. We're gonna do a separate video. Today's just gonna be loading, and then the next video we'll be shooting at the range with chronograph and groups and see how it goes. So yeah, let's get into this. So first up, I actually just picked up some of my new, I ran out of my Dillon case lube, and I had to switch to some of this Lyman. I don't like this stuff as much. This is like 22 bucks. This was 12 in my LCS. So, and I like this stuff way better, and this lasts me forever. So basically I just moist them a little bit, and then let it set. We are using brand new Starline brass. I don't know if, yeah, there we go, brand new Starline brass. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna load in three group charge weights. We're gonna go 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So there'll be 5 different charge weights, and we'll do that. I got more bullets coming, but like I said, these are the 125, not 125, 325 grain. I mean, these things are freaking massive. But my buddy is going to probably mule deer hunt with us this year. So yeah, I think good choice. You can elk hunt with it. Basically 200 to 300 yards. This thing is still thumping, right? You just got to be able to make that shot. Really, in my opinion, with a red dot, you really probably shouldn't shoot past 200 yards, but that'll be up to him. So, all right. So we got the Dillon case lube sprayed on there. I've already set the die in my Forcer coax press, but basically what you gotta do is you gotta take your die, you put it in there, and then you'll bring it to the ram, and then you'll thread this down until it touches, right? Real simple. Already done it. And then you've obviously got your decapping pin and your expander in there, but we're not decapping anything. It's brand new brass. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, run it up in there, it sizes it, bam, done, right? I mean, sizing, we've all seen sizing brass before, right? And straight wall case makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about a neck, rebeaded neck and stuff on there. And so, bam, sorry about my arm probably being in the way. So, bam, done. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and size the rest of these. And what we'll do is once these are all sized, we'll go over the trimmer and we'll trim stuff. Probably trim 1 or 2, see how it's going. Turn it off, then we'll come in, we'll prime the bullets. Or, you know, chamfer and deburr the necks, prime them, powder charge, seat, all that good stuff. So, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the rest of these sized, and we'll see you at the trimming. Alright guys, so I got the brass sized, and so now we're gonna go ahead and trim. I believe I got my Lyman trimmer to set the way I need it. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slip this in here, bring that all the way there, turn it and tighten. Got this little block of wood because my little knob is locked up. But then basically I just do this. So as you can see, I'm taking quite a bit off. And then there we go. Let's check. So we should be at 2.040, right around there. Let's see where we're at. Let's take our 245. Okay, let's deburr it here real quick and see if it makes any difference. Ooh, this is kind of maxing its capability here. So, all right, let's see here now. All right, so it looks like we gotta take a little bit more off. Slide it back in there. Put that back in there, the guide, and then let's try it again. There we go. I just felt a little bit more come off. So, let's see now. As long as we're close. There we go. I mean, we're within the 3/1000ths. I'd call that good. So, yeah, 3/1000ths. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'll trim all this brass and we'll come back. As you've already seen, you just saw this. This is just deburring and chamfering. So what I'll do is I'll trim all the brass and then deburr and chamfer it, and then we'll get back at it and you'll see what I'm doing. All right, guys, we got all our brass trimmed the way we want it. And it is chamfered and deburred, and now we have to flare the case mouth. So let's go ahead and we'll set this case mouth up, flare. So basically, since it's a straight wall case, and we just don't want to take any of this extra, you know, copper off, or if it was lead, we want to, you know, so we're just gonna flare it. So we're gonna see if we can figure it out what depth we need to be at. So we're kind of maybe bottom on the case there. So I want to, in theory, I want to be able to come down and let this thing. Okay, so there we go. So now sorry, my arm's probably in the way. Now we got it's all rams all the way down. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and let's see if we can tighten this up. See if I grab the right wrench. I didn't. That's fine. Here we go. I think it's right here. Come on. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten that down right there. And then what we'll do is we're gonna lower this down in here, which is gonna lower the flare part that's up in there. I don't know if we can see it at all. Probably not right lighting, but we're gonna lower that down, so we'll flare the case a little bit. So we'll just take that. Didn't feel it at all yet. We'll lower it a little bit more. Felt it a little bit there. We're gonna go a touch more. Felt it there too again. So we're gonna take it. And this is kind of just like a feel. So you kind of want to basically get it to where it'll just sit in there by itself. Right now, don't do that. So we're gonna lower it a little bit more. Felt it again. And basically, if it turns out to where I'm not going to get enough out of this, we'll, you know, raise the case down and stuff like that. So let's go a little bit more. Ooh, there we go. That definitely felt like it engaged a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty close. So we're going to go a little bit more here. That's pretty dang close too. I just not quite liking what I'm getting right there. There we go. That felt really good. Let's see here. There we go. That's what you want right there. You want it to be able to flare like that. So it sits in there, won't shave anything. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and flare the rest of these, and we'll talk about priming after that. All right. So we're ready to prime, and today we're just gonna use the Federal number 210s. There's no need for Magnum primers on these guys. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna prime on the press, and I've already got it set up. So basically, with the Forester coax here, you can adjust basically size up here, and you adjust these so it slides on. And then there's a piece in here where you can do a large or small. I've got it set up for large right now. There's a couple other methods you can go with. If I'm gonna be doing a lot, I really like to go with my Forester benchtop here, one. And then if I'm gonna do some pistol, or really if I'm gonna be doing a lot, I have my Frankfurt Arsenal hand primer, which is around here somewhere, but I can't find it. But basically, you just hand prime everything and go that route. But we're not doing that today. We're gonna go with press because we're only doing a little bit of it. And basically, it's real simple. We just take a primer, the primer right here. We put it down in the cup in here. We move the thing back, press back so it comes up. We go in and seat. Literally that simple. You can see it's below flush there, and so that's good. This is really, if I was gonna do rifle primers, this is the way I like doing it the best. You can really feel it. You can feel how it seats in there really well with a primer pocket and stuff. So, and these primer pockets are good. This is brand new, you know, Sterling brass. So there ain't nothing wrong with these. And it's just, you get in a rhythm and you just go, right? And so it goes pretty fast. Definitely faster methods, but like I said, when it comes to a little more precision, I like doing a little bit different stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and prime the rest of these, and then we'll get to talking about powder. All right, so we got all our brass primed, and now we're gonna talk about doing some loading with the powder. I'm using Hornady's load manual, right? Always make sure you consult your own load manuals, do your own data. Don't follow my steps. Basically, consult your own, load at your own risk, and make sure you consult, you know, with loader's manual. All right, so I've decided to go with IMR4198. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at 46 grains, 46.5, 47, 47.5, and 47.9, which is max. And we'll be looking at the primers as we go. We'll write the group size, and then we'll write the standard velocity of them. And so really, in the max charge, we should be getting around right around 2150. With the 46 grains, we're probably going to be getting right around 2050. So, you know, 100 feet per second difference between all these, hopefully. And then we'll see how they shoot. Like I said, we're going to be using IMR4198. And a brand new can of that. And what we're going to use to throw our powder charges is going to be my Frankfurt Arsenal impeller dropper here. I really like this thing. This thing has worked great for me. If I can get my tripod to work here, that'd be great. All right, there we go. Sorry about the shitty camera work real quick, guys. Okay. So, I love this thing. It's been really accurate. It learns the powder. I've already got that going. So what we're going to do is basically what we'll do is we'll zero it out, and we're going to start at 46 grains. Type in 46, bam, and it's gonna go. Okay. So it'll weigh out to 46 grains for me. So I have a method. So for every thing that I do for like when I'm working in charge, instead of writing it on there, I just take a marker and mark it across the primer, and then I put it on my load sheet over here. So I just know, okay, 46 grains is gonna be red, okay? And so we've got that. So we're gonna take it. This might be a little big for, oh no, it fits. We're just gonna take it, tap it, and we'll start the next one. There. Okay, so that one's gonna go ahead and start. So the way I do everything is I throw one power charge, I seat. So that being said, let's try seating the bullet here. So I've got this kind of preset. So what we're gonna have to do is this crimps as it sets the bullet. So right now what I want to do is I want to kind of get the bullet kind of in the range we want. So right, so I gotta move the camera a little bit here. We're gonna hit. So right, can we still see okay? Let's see here. Yeah, we can still see okay. So here we go, come down. We're hitting the shell casing right about there. So it should be applying a little bit of crimp when I do it. And so we're gonna grab a bullet, and I think what we're aiming for is right here. So we're gonna go in, let the bullet sit. So like remember we flared it, so it should sit in there really nice. It does. We're gonna take it, and so right now it doesn't touch it. The ram doesn't touch it at all. So we're gonna lower that down. Still doesn't touch it. Lower it down. Well, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm messing with this up here. We're lowering that down so we can seat the bullet. Okay, so we got a long ways to go, looks like. And what are we shooting for overall length? Let me look real quick again. So for overall length, we are shooting for 2.590. And so what we'll do is each time we do this, we'll take our calipers here and we'll measure. We're gonna be way long, I already know that. And so yeah, so we're at 2.92, so we need to come down quite a bit. So we're gonna take that, come down a little bit more. There we go. Come down some more. And we'll get an idea where we're at. Getting closer, but still need to come down. Right, let's see if I can get this in camera. Right there, 2.8. So still need to come down quite a bit. There we go, that seated the bullet quite a bit there. All right, let's back off this nut again. Come down a little bit more. Let's check and see where we're at. So as I can see, I don't have any roll crimp yet, which is good. So we're 2.7. We're getting there. Take it, come down a little bit more. There we go, we're almost there. A lot of time I'll just use a screwdriver up top here to do this. I'm being lazy, I guess. But there we go. Just seated some more. We're right there on the crimp. Let's see where we're at. We're at 2.60, which is fine because it's calling for 2.5. We'll go with that. That is totally fine. We can be 1/1000ths long. Okay, so there is no crimp on this right now. What I'm going to do is, now that I kind of got it set, so now we want to do a little bit of a crimp, right? So I'm going to take it and we're going to back this out a hair. Okay, and then we're going to lower our die just a hair. And let's see if we get a crimp. Looks like a little bit of one. Let's see here, maybe measure my measurement. Didn't bring that down at all. So we're gonna lower it a little bit more. So usually what I will do is I will seat all my bullets and then crimp. And that's probably the method we're gonna have to do. Or I may go, I believe this is a crimp die, but I'm not really seeing a crimp. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go run and get a crimp die. So I'll probably seat all my bullets, run and go get a crimp die, and then come back and we'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the video off and get back when we get to crimping. All right, so did a little bit more research. This die does not crimp, which is weird because I thought it did. So I went and found I have another RCBS 4570 die, and this one does crimp. It is the RCBS 4570 seat W, and this one is RCBS 4570 seat 90. So whatever the difference is, the one on my Forester does not crimp, but this one does. So I got basically just putting the real light crimp on it. It's really hard to tell, but what I'm doing is basically sizing it, or seating over here, and then going over here and crimping. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So here, you know, I got 3 of them done. We're gonna go to the 46.5, right? I got that charge weight done. Grab it, put the powder in, clear a couple of those little grain as I knock more. Clear a couple of little grains off, and then bring it over, right? Grab a bullet, set it in there, seat it, double check my length. Perfect. And then I'm coming over here to my RCBS, and right, oops, I'm hitting the press a little bit, right up in there, and you can hear it came over, and it puts a little bit of a crimp on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna finish getting all these loaded up, and that's pretty much the process, guys. I mean, that's a 4570 complete round. I'll get all them loaded up, and then next video will be me going out to the range, shooting them, chronographing them, and go from there. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty simple. The thing that kind of did throw me for a little bit of a loop is crimping. I do have a 4570 Lee crimp die. I could not get this thing to crimp. I don't know if it's because I had to trim the brass way down, and so it's, you know, I think it's like 50 thousandths further than normal, and so it's just not crimping up there, and it was trying to crimp at the bullet or something. I don't know. But that being said, we got that done, and then, like I said before, we're running the Marlin 4570 in model 1895 with a Vortex on it. This is a really nice gun, nice and empty. Only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the trigger is pretty dang heavy. It's probably close to 5 to 7 pounds. The other nice thing about this gun is, look at this. It is threaded, right? So I got a brake on the way. Gonna throw a brake on it. But that's nice. Real nice gun, real fun to shoot. Hopefully we can get a good shooting group out of this, and see you guys at the range for the next video. All right, guys, take it easy.